All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling, brought to you by the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and I am so pleased that you are checking out tonight's broadcast. We are coming to you with action from Pro Wrestling Mid-America from Austin, Texas. And it is always a fun time when wrestling comes to Texas. And thank you all for joining us here tonight. I hope you all are well. It's been a rough past few weeks with everything happening with the coronavirus situation. And so I hope that everybody who is listening to this broadcast is happy and healthy, and things are well with you physically, mentally, professionally, spiritually, all of the above. And if a little Heartland Championship Wrestling action can brighten your day, then it is my privilege to be broadcasting this here tonight. So for tonight, we are in Austin, Texas with action from Pro Wrestling Mid-America. And this is the final house show before next week's presentation of Dawn of Destiny 2020. Dawn of Destiny is one of the biggest supercards of the year in Heartland Championship Wrestling. It usually falls right around the opening day of the baseball season. And although there won't be an opening day quite yet until later in the summer, Dawn of Destiny is rolling on next week with 9 great matches. The main event for that card will be for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, as the Nature Boy Ric Flair challenges the World Heavyweight Champion Randy the Macho Man Savage in that main event, and that should be something special. We'll have a preview show probably Wednesday night of this week to get that show kicked off, and then next Saturday we'll see some of the main event action here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. But tonight we're here in Austin, and our main event tonight will be for the Southland Heavyweight Championship. This is the secondary title here in Pro Wrestling Mid-America. It will be the champion VADER defending that title against Junkyard Dog in our main event. So far in tonight's action, prior to the broadcast, the show opened up with Rick Martel scoring his second victory in PWMA action over Ted DiBiase. And I would like to say good evening to Steve Tower, one of my live stream broadcast mentors and role models. Thank you, Steve, for all your inspiration over the years. And here we are in World Championship Wrestling from the Heartland, from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, and one of the inspirations for the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network is here in the chat room tonight. We also had some tag team action, a couple of tag team matches, as the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair and Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, defeated the Vachon brothers, and the dynamic duo, the Texas team of the Gentleman Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez, defeated Playboy Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. The Great Muta, along with Gary Hart, picked up an upset victory over Kerry Von Erich, not without plenty of interference from Gary Hart and also the Great Kabuki, helping Muta get that victory over Kerry Von Erich. And in the match we just completed, it was a 15-minute spectacular brawl between Bruiser Brody and his longtime rival Vern Gagne, and it was Brody picking up the victory after a very rugged match. Brody just beat down Vern until Vern could do nothing but give up the ghost. And now we come to tonight's televised matches. First off, it is going to be tag team action. And here in Texas, if you're going to have wrestling, you got to have the Von Erich boys. David Von Erich and Kevin Von Erich are here to take on the team known as the East-West Connection. Adrian Adonis, from his New York City days when he was a much more of a badass than he was later in his WWF tenure. And a guy you may recognize from a number of contexts, Jesse the Body Ventura, got his start in the American Wrestling Association in Minnesota before he became a WWE wrestler and subsequently a very famous commentator and governor of Minnesota and reality TV star and so on and so forth. So these guys are here tonight and they are ready for action. And as we get the dice going, it will be David starting for the Von Erichs against ADRIAN ADONIS. And the opening initiative roll goes to the Von Erichs. David comes out with a headlock takeover and takes Adonis down to the mat. Adonis immediately reaches over and tags in Jesse the Body. So the defensive tag for the East-West connection brings Jesse into the ring, and he is going to whip David Von Erich to the ropes. David comes off the ropes, and on a roll of 8, it is Ventura with a back elbow that puts Von Erich down to the mat. Ventura follows up with a knee drop to the back. And David is hurting. Can he make the tag? No, he does not make it over to the corner. So Jesse remains in control, and it's going to be a whip to the turnbuckle. David bounces off of the turnbuckle, and as Jesse comes in, David lifts the knee and hits Jesse upside the head, and it is David Von Erich now in control. Knee smash to the head. David is going to whip Jesse to the opposite turnbuckle, and on a roll of 8, it is a back elbow from David that puts Jesse back down to the mat. David Von Erich in control, and now a drop kick from David. Sends Jesse over the top rope and out of the ring, and Jesse is not very happy about that. Jesse the Body Ventura rolls out of the ring after that flurry from David Von Erich. And Jesse is going to have a confrontation with David out there. And oh, David floors Jesse with a stiff right hand, and down goes Jesse at ringside. This is a potential count-out roll, but Jesse is able to get to his feet and get back into the ring. And here comes David Von Erich waiting for the opportunity to do some more damage, and it's going to be a death jump. David Von Erich is going to the top turnbuckle, and he is going to come off on Jesse the Body Ventura, and on a roll of 8, he nails him. Flying forearm off the top rope, and down goes Jesse once again. Here comes Kevin into the ring. We're going to see a double team. And on a roll of 9, they lift up Jesse, and Kevin comes off the ropes and nails Jesse with a running elbow smash. Kevin now the legal man in the ring as Jesse slowly gets to his feet. He took some damage both in the ring and out as Kevin is in control. Another knee smash, and Jesse is up to one knee. Kevin now with a big splash off of the top turnbuckle, and Jesse goes down. Kevin makes the cover, but Jesse kicks out of that one. He is already in some trouble here. Kevin Von Erich goes to the Iron Claw. The Iron Claw hold from Kevin. That is an add 1 fatigue maneuver. And Jesse is in big trouble now. And once again, Jesse is going to take a powder out to the arena floor. Let's see if he fares any better on the floor this time. And oh, on a roll of 2, that is good for Jesse. He grabs Kevin by the leg, drags him out of the ring, and smashes Kevin face first into the turnbuckle post. Jesse is back in control now, rolling Kevin back into the ring. What's Jesse going to do? He is going to go to the bear hug. He goes to the bear hug. Kevin Von Erich is stunned. And now it is going to be a forearm shot to the back. He is going to need the chart roll to accomplish this. And this is not a good chart roll for Jesse the Body, because he is a choice H here. And that is either an agility roll on 5 or lower, or a death jump, and it's an A-rated death jump for Kevin, but the death jump is a little safer. Jesse goes up, and oh, Kevin rolls through the death jump and makes the cover on Jesse. Jesse just kicks out of that one, and once again, Jesse's in trouble. Jesse thought he was going to set up Von Erich for a double team, but Kevin is now back in control. And it's the Iron Claw once again. The Iron Claw has been clamped on. Jesse makes his way to the far ropes to get out of that. But he has taken 5 points of fatigue already, and Jesse is in trouble and needs a tag in the worst way. Kevin with a whip to the ropes. Jesse bounces off the ropes, and on a roll of 6, Kevin drops down, and here comes Jesse from the opposite side. And on a roll of 8 this time, it is a running back elbow from Kevin Von Erich that puts Ventura back down to the canvas. Kevin still in control. He goes with a standing drop kick. A fine maneuver for Kevin. Very good athlete. Here's a cover. Jesse is calling on Adrian to come make the pin save, but David cuts off the pin save attempt. The roll of the pin on Jesse. He will be pinned on 8 or lower. And on a roll of 11, Jesse just kicks out. Jesse got the shoulder up at the 2 count as his partner was unable to make the pin save. But Kevin remains in control. Now David's in the ring. We're going to see a double team, and they nail Jesse the Body Ventura with a crushing double clothesline. David now the legal man in the ring. The referee struggling to get control of this contest. But Jesse is down, and he is in bad shape. And now it is David with the sleeper hold. The sleeper hold is in place. And he locks it in tight. And Jesse makes his way again to the far corner, so he escapes the sleeper hold. But it is hard. It is hard times for Jesse as he still is unable to get over and tag his partner. What's David going to do now? David takes him down and puts on the figure 4 leg lock. Jesse rolls out of that one. And now it is a whip to the ropes. Jesse gets to his feet. David with a whip to the ropes. And this time, on a roll of 2, David tries for the sunset flip, but Jesse grabs him by the legs, folds him up for a pin count, but David kicks right out of that one. Jesse caught David by surprise, rolled him up for the pin. Jesse in control now, and he's going to go back to the bear hug, and David is in trouble. We saw him put that bear hug on Kevin earlier in this match. Now he's got it on David. And then Adrian and Adonis is finally tagged into the match, and they're going to have a double team opportunity. And on a roll of 3, they nail a double face first suplex on David, and they're going to try for the cover. David kicks out of that one, but Jesse has finally escaped the ring, and Adrian is in control, as David is now taking a couple of points of fatigue. Adrian now goes to the top rope knee drop. He's going to come off the top rope with a knee drop. And on a roll of 5, David rolls out of the way of that one, and Adrian hits into the mat hard. David back in control. What's he going to do? He goes to the figure 4 leg lock on Adonis. Adonis makes his way to the ropes, and David is going to tag in brother Kevin, the fresh man in the ring for both teams now. As Kevin is in control, Adonis slowly getting to his feet. But Kevin is going to go with a rear chin lock attempt. He's going to need an agility roll to make that happen, and he makes it successful, and now he's going to whip Adonis to the turnbuckle. Adonis comes off the turnbuckle, and Kevin smashes him with a running elbow, and down goes Adonis. Kevin now back in control, and he takes Adonis down and traps him in the body scissors. Von Erich with the body scissors. Adonis makes his way to the bottom rope once again, and now Adonis is going to roll out of the ring. And on a roll of 3, that is good for Adrian Adonis. In the out of the ring chart, that is going to be another whip to the steel ring post by Kevin Von Erich, and Kevin smacks the ring post hard. Adonis back in control. It seems like getting Adonis out of the ring against the Von Erichs has been the best move that the connection has had. And here he did it. And now Adonis has the sleeper hold in place. He calls that good night Irene, and that is his finisher. Can he finish off Kevin? No, he cannot get the finishing hold on Kevin, but Kevin has been weakened, and Adonis is in control. And he goes to the DDT, and down to the canvas hard goes Kevin Von Erich. Adonis now in control. Jesse taking a breather at ringside because he has been severely beaten down. Adonis is going to have to carry the load for his team here for a while. Adrian now with a high vertical suplex, and down to the canvas hard goes Von Erich. People forget after all of his WWF histrionics that Adrian Adonis was really a good technical wrestler, and he showed it with that assortment of suplexes on Von Erich. What's he going to do now? A bulldog headlock and another DDT down to the canvas, out of the bulldog. And Von Erich is staggered. Kevin slowly gets to his feet. Adrian still in control, and a flying head scissors. Very nicely done by Adrian. Kevin's going to try for the tag. He cannot get across the ring to tag his brother. And Adrian, with a jumping stomp, puts Von Erich back down to the canvas. Adonis still in control. And another stomp to Kevin. He seems to enjoy inflicting some punishment. And this time Kevin's able to get over and tag in brother David. So here comes David into the ring against Adonis. And it is David attempting the Beal throw. And he is the stronger of the two men, so he gets Adonis over and down to the canvas hard. Adonis rolls out of the ring once again. Very smart by Adonis, but this time David's going to wait it out. And Adonis is going to have to roll back into the ring in order to beat the 10 count. David's waiting. David's in control. And oh, he's got the iron claw. David has the iron claw on Adonis as Adonis comes back into the ring. Will we see the finish here? Count of 1. Adonis is struggling, but on a count of 2, he makes it over to the ropes. And Adonis, lucky to escape the iron claw, takes his first point of fatigue of the match. What's David going to do now? David's going to clamp on the iron claw a second time. Count of 1. Adonis is fading, and Adonis again gets out of there before the submission. Adonis in trouble now. David in control. Here comes Kevin. They're going to double team. And on a roll of 9, it is a running forearm smash from both men. And Kevin is in the ring, and Kevin is in control. Kevin now with a knee smash. Adonis gets to his feet and fires back. And he picks up Von Erich and suplexes Von Erich down hard to the canvas. Oh, a fine technical move there by Adonis. He took some punishment, but he caught Von Erich off guard coming in and put Kevin down with another of those fine suplexes. That one looked almost more like an exploder as Adonis caught Von Erich under the shoulder, flipped him up and over his head and down to the canvas hard, and it is Adonis who is the first one to his feet. Adonis now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Kevin bounces off the turnbuckle. Oh, and this time it is Kevin with a knee to the head, stunning Adrian Adonis. Kevin now with another knee smash. Adonis to his feet. Adonis fires back with a stomp. And Kevin backs off. Adonis now with another whip to the ropes. And this time when Kevin comes off the ropes, he grabs Adonis and pile drives Adonis down to the canvas hard. Adonis set himself too soon, and Kevin made him pay with a pile driver. Both men slowly getting to their feet as this match wears on. Kevin is first up with another knee smash. Adonis is going to try and make the tag, and he tags in Jesse the Body. Jesse has taken a lot of punishment, but he looks like he's ready for some more action. And Jesse is actually going to strut around the ring and flex. The fans are not impressed here in Texas as they love their Von Erich boys. And it is Kevin who is going to come back and attempt a body stomp. That's a choice roll. And the choice F, he's going to need an 8 or lower to complete that. Oh, and he misses it. He misses it. Jesse suckered him in, and Jesse is now in control. Jesse with a double thrust to the throat. And Kevin is by that. He tries to get over to brother David and make the tag. And Jesse is also going to make the tag to bring Adonis back into the ring because Adonis is still by far the fresher of the two men from the East-West connection. David now taking control, goes to the headlock and takes Adonis up and over and down to the canvas. David, as Adonis gets to his feet, goes with a whip to the turnbuckle. And this time it is Adonis who is going to reverse that whip to the turnbuckle. David bounces off the turnbuckle and he hits Adonis with a knee to the head. Very well executed by David Von Erich. David now with the step over toe hold. Adonis struggling towards the corner, cannot make the tag. David remains in control, and David now with a drop kick takes Adonis back into the neutral corner. David's going to follow that up with a spinning toe hold. Adonis gets to the bottom ropes, and the referee calls for the break, as David now is in control. David again with a whip to the turnbuckle. Adonis off the turnbuckle and reverses that whip, sending David into the turnbuckle. And this time it is Adonis who gets the big kick in the corner. As David came in, Adonis caught him with a big kick. Adonis now another whip to the turnbuckle. They're working the corners here. And another big kick from Adonis. Keeps Adonis in control. Adonis now with a whip to the ropes. Actually, he does not do the whip to the ropes. He is instead going to try for the drop toe hold. But David steps away from that maneuver, and it is David who catches the step over toe hold on Adonis, and Adonis is down on the mat and he is in some pain. Nice reversal by David as Adonis went for the drop toe hold, and it was David with the reversal. And David now is going to convert this into the figure 4 leg lock once again, working the lower body of Adonis and forcing Adonis to painfully make his way to the bottom rope to call for the break. And what is Von Erich going to do here? He is going to go with an elbow drop to the knee, working that lower extremity. Von Erich now with another whip to the turnbuckle. And coming off the turnbuckle this time, it is a big kick from David that takes Adonis back down to the canvas. Whip to the ropes. And on a roll of 6, it is a backdrop from David, and Adonis goes down again. Here comes Kevin into the ring. They are going to go for the double team, and they nailed it. They nailed the double team, a bone-crunching double clothesline, and Adonis goes down. Kevin now in control. He is the legal man in the ring, and Kevin is going to go for the death jump. Kevin to the top turnbuckle. What's he going to do? On a roll of 7, he comes off the top turnbuckle and nails a flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle. Down goes Adonis. Kevin now is going to go back to the Iron Claw. Back to the Iron Claw. That's going to cost Adrian another point of fatigue as he struggles his way to the ropes. And Adonis now is in trouble. Can Kevin get the finisher? He goes with a winding head smash. And Adonis is going to try and make his way to the corner for the tag, and he gets the tag to Jesse. So the East-West connection taking a lot of punishment here, but they are showing some resilience as Jesse comes into the ring. Again, the strut and the flex. Kevin has seen enough of that. He tags David back into the ring. And David comes in with a headlock takeover and takes Jesse down to the canvas. Jesse the strongest man in this match, but David took him over. And now it's going to be a whip to the ropes. Jesse comes off the ropes, and on a roll of 9, what is going to happen here? That is a big shoulder tackle, a collision, and the stronger man wins that one. That is Ventura. And it is Ventura now with a double thrust to the throat. David not liking that. Hip toss by Ventura. David gets up and responds with a hip toss of his own and a body slam that takes Jesse down to the canvas. Jesse unable to make the tag. David still in control, and he is going to go with another whip to the turnbuckle. Jesse comes off, and it's a big kick from David that puts Jesse down to the canvas. Another whip to the turnbuckle. And this time Jesse bounces off of the turnbuckle and ducks aside. And that causes Von Erich to hit the turnbuckle and roll out of the ring. Von Erich out of the ring now, and Jesse in pursuit. In a roll of 10, it is Jesse who smashes Von Erich into the table at ringside. Will this be a disqualification? The referee says play on. And the fight continues as Jesse is now in control. And it is Jesse going with a kick to the gut. Following up with a vertical suplex, and David goes down. Jesse now with the bear hug once again. And now Adonis is going to come into the ring for a double team. And oh, they nail it. They nail the double team with a devastating double face drop onto the knees. And that is going to cost David a point of fatigue. All 4 men are in rough shape now. Kevin is probably the freshest man in the match. These other 3 could be pinned at any moment. Adonis, he goes to the sleeper hold. Adonis on the sleeper hold. This will be a submission on a roll of 5 or lower. Is Kevin going to make the save? Yes, Kevin comes in to make the save. And he is able to break David out of the hold. That cost David a point of fatigue, and it cost the Von Erichs one of their pin save opportunities. Each team has 1 more pin save remaining. But Adonis is still in the ring, and David is still in trouble. And this time it is Adonis pitching David out of the ring. David is out of the ring. What's going to happen now? On a roll of 7, David is going to have to crawl back into the ring to beat the 10 count, where Adonis is waiting. What's Adonis going to do? He goes back to the sleeper. Back to the Goodnight Irene. Kevin's going to have to come into the ring, and this time, on a roll of 11, it's going to be mayhem. David comes into the ring. Jesse comes into the ring. A wild brawl erupts with all 4 wrestlers. Roll on a double disqualification. Roll of 4 or lower, and this match gets thrown out, but on a roll of 6, the action continues. Now this is an odd or even roll. With an even roll, the Von Erichs win the brawl. With the odd roll, the Connection wins the brawl. And on a roll of 1, it is Adonis who wins the brawl. David takes a point of fatigue for the near fall, and the Von Erichs have expended all of their pin saves. So the next time David is potentially going to be pinned, there's nothing that Kevin can do about it. What's Adonis going to do? He is going to go out of the ring once again, pitching David out of the ring. And this time on a roll of 4, it is good for David. Actually, it is a wild brawl outside of the ring, and it's a disqualification roll for both wrestlers. David will not be disqualified. Adonis will not be disqualified. And once again, it's an odd even roll to determine who wins the brawl. The Von Erichs get the even number, and this time David wins the brawl. David back in the ring. He is going to go for a death jump as Adonis rolls into the ring. And on a roll of 10, what's going to happen? It is going to be a top rope struggle for agility. Both men have the same agility rating. That gives David the advantage as he is the wrestler on offense. He gets the high vertical suplex on Adonis down to the canvas hard. David now in control, and he is just going to immediately go tag his brother instead of following up. Smart move by David. As Kevin comes into the ring now and goes to the sleeper hold. Adonis was able to get to the side of the ring once again, forcing the break, but Kevin takes Adrian down with the body scissors. Adonis still fighting back. All 4 men are fatigued. Standing drop kick from David. Can Adrian make the tag? No, he cannot. Kevin is in control. Kevin now is going to go for the death jump. Roll of 3. Adrian rolls through the pin attempt, or rolls through the flying body press. He tries for the pin. He does not get the pin, but he gains control. And now it is Adrian with a DDT, and down goes Kevin hard. Adonis now. He is going to pitch Kevin out of the ring. And he is going to take a breather. Adonis taking a breather as Kevin rolls back into the ring to beat the 10 count. Now we're going to have a double team from the East-West Connection, and they nail Kevin with a vicious double clothesline as Kevin comes back into the ring. Jesse the Body now in control. Jesse with a kick to the gut. Kevin gets over and makes the tag into David. David comes in, fists and fire. He goes to the headlock takeover. Down goes Jesse. David now with a drop kick. Jesse stays down. David follows up with a figure 4 leg lock, and Jesse the Body rolls out of the ring. More action at ringside now, and this time once again Jesse wins the brawl on the arena floor on a roll of 3, and it is Jesse who is in control. Jesse with the body breaker on David. This is the finishing maneuver, and on a roll of 8 or lower, David's going to have to give it up, and on a roll of 10, David gets out of it. David got out of it. Jesse's still in control. He's going to bring Adonis back into the ring. Adonis, the fresh man on the team. Adonis is going to go for the Bulldog headlock. David goes down. He didn't get all of it. David up to one knee. Adonis now with the whip to the turnbuckle. David comes off the turnbuckle, and he lifts a knee to the head of Adonis. David back in control. Tag to Kevin. We are up to over 25 minutes in this match, and it is still competitive. Kevin with a whip to the ropes. Adonis comes off to the ropes, and on a roll of 6, it is a running back elbow from Kevin that takes Adonis down. David now with a big splash, and Adonis rolls out of the ring again. Out of the ring again, and this time on a roll of 7. That is on the A chart, the best man wins roll. Adonis is by far the better brawler. He wins the brawl, and he comes back with a bulldog that takes Kevin down to the canvas once again. Adrian now flying head scissors, very athletic move, but Kevin is able to bounce back from that and go for the atomic knee drop. He hits the atomic knee drop, and Adonis is stunned. Adonis trying for the tag. He makes the tag. Defensive tag by Adrian Adonis, and here comes Jesse into the ring. This may be one of the longest matches we've had on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Here is a kidney punch. Painful kidney punch from Jesse. Jesse follows that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Kevin off the turnbuckle. Jesse nails him with a big kick. Ventura still in control. Knee drop to the back. Kevin is hurting. Can he get out of the ring? Yes, he gets out and tags in David. David into the ring now against Jesse. David with the knee left. Jesse responds with a hip toss and takes David down. Can David make the tag? No, he cannot. Jesse now with the whip to the ropes. David comes off the ropes, and on a roll of 11, it is a double clothesline, and both men go down. Both men are down. Both men are exhausted. David has the better ropes rating, so he is the first to his feet. And David is going to go with a jumping knee smash, and that is going to send Jesse back out of the ring and down to the arena floor. On a roll of 6, it is the best man wins roll, and their ring ratings are even, so that keeps David in control. What's David going to do now? He goes with the out of the ring once again. Are we going to see some shenanigans here? On a roll of 3, there will be no out of the ring shenanigans, foreign objects and such like. But Jesse has the out of the ring roll, and this time on another roll of 3, it is Jesse who wins the brawl and smashes David headfirst into the steel ring post. What's Jesse going to do now? Action outside the ring continues. David now with the out of the ring roll, and David finally has to roll back into the ring as the referee was threatening to count out both men. Both men are back into the ring. Jesse is in control. And on a roll of 5, that is going to be a double team spike pile driver, and down goes David hard. Oh my goodness. Adrian Adonis and Jesse Ventura pulling off a double team spike pile driver. Adonis now the legal man in the ring, and David is right for the pickings. And here's the goodnight Irene. The sleeper hold has been applied. David needs a roll of 9. Actually, a roll of 9 or lower is a submission. And on a roll of 10, David gets out of it again. I don't believe it. My goodness gracious. David Von Erich survives against all odds. What is Adonis going to do now? Adonis pitches David out of the ring where the brawl will continue. No shenanigans yet. But David is on a roll of 4. Out of the ring B. Both wrestlers roll disqualification. Oh, David rolls a 3. And David rolls a 6, so he is not going to be disqualified. Adonis will not be disqualified. We go back to the odd-even roll. This time the Von Erichs get the even roll. And on a roll of 2, David wins the brawl. And David is going to go for the sleeper hold. He's going to need a choice roll to make this happen. And let's see, that will be against the agility. So on a roll of 8 or lower, he can connect on this. And on a roll of 5, the sleeper hold has been locked in. And Adonis is going to go back out of the ring to escape that. Adonis now, one of the best out-of-the-ring performers in the business. And on a roll of 5, it is Adonis who wins the brawl on the arena floor. He may be disqualified for that. But no, he will not be disqualified. And Adonis goes to the top rope now for a potential death jump. Knee drop off the top rope, and he connects. Adonis connects. What's he going to do now? He goes back to the Bulldog headlock. Pinfall attempt. And finally, on a roll of 7, Adonis makes the pinfall. Oh my goodness, that was one of the most long and intense tag team matches we have seen. David Von Erich survives 8 points of fatigue, but on point number 9, Adonis gets the pinfall. And the fans here in Texas are disappointed as Adonis wins that match over David by virtue of the Bulldog headlock in a time of 30 minutes of wrestling action. It is Adonis with the pinfall victory over David Von Erich on behalf of the East-West Connection. Wow, I am Already tired, and we've still got 2 more big matches yet to come. All right, fans, thank you for hanging out with us here tonight. Still got 3 folks in the chat room. So let's take a break and visit with the folks in the chat room. Steve Tower is here, putting the kids to bed. And Captain Carl is here. Let's see, Captain Carl says the jacket that Adonis wore before his adorable days is the same jacket that Roddy Piper gave to Ronda Rousey. I did not know that. That is a new piece of information to me. I can imagine that once Adrian started the flower shop business, he didn't need that jacket anymore. So it was evidently inherited by Roddy Piper, who then gifted it to Ronda Rousey. All right, thank you for the info, Captain Carl. Carl likes these cards, and these are not official Filsinger game cards. None of these particular cards. The cards we will see later are official Filsinger cards, but these cards were custom made by actually the same artist, Werner Muke, who is a great guy, lives out on the West Coast, very talented artist, and we commissioned him to do some work for a group of us, and I believe there's 35 sets of these in existence. I have set number 15 out of the 35. Question from Steve Tower. What's the easiest way for someone new to this game to get going? Thank you, Steve, for the question. Filsingergames.com, and I will post that link in the description of the video after the live stream. Filsinger.com is the place where you can go for Legends of Wrestling, and they have a starter set, which I believe comes with 24 cards and the game instructions and some dice and everything you need to get started with Filsinger Games. And then you can buy expansion sets. The original card sets were all black and white, and in recent years they have started to produce color cards. Lots and lots of the old-time historical wrestlers. Everybody who is an official Filsinger card player is signed by Filsinger with permission to use their likenesses. So, for example, Terry Gordy, who's coming up next, this is an official Filsinger game card, and Terry Gordy signed to be included in the set, and this is one of the first in the color expansion packs. So you'll get 24 cards just like this with all of the handbooks that you need to get started. There's also a very, very active message board attached to Filsingergames.com, and lots of guys there will give you help with instructions, help with getting hold of additional game charts and bootleg cards and things that will satisfy your gaming needs. I have had a lot of fun with Filsinger Games now since about 2005, both with the card game itself and with members of the community. Very much like Play.com, a very active community, a summer gathering each year, and very, very good group of gamers. So thank you all for the questions. Next up, we have a grudge match with the aforementioned Terry Gordy facing the man who made Milwaukee famous, the Crusher. These two men are part of a tag team feud, the Fabulous Freebirds, Terry with his partner Michael P.S. Hayes, and Crusher with his partner Dick the Bruiser. They are feuding over the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. But these two are going to go at it in singles competition tonight, because next week at Dawn of Destiny 2020, Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher will actually be in Cincinnati to challenge for the World Tag Team Championship currently held by the Steiner Brothers. So next week it will be the World Tag Team Champion Bruiser and Crusher against the Steiner Brothers. But tonight, excuse me, a one-on-one, no disqualification grudge match between Terry Gordy and the Crusher. So let's get started with tonight's grudge match. And, oh, the opening roll is tied. And when the opening roll is tied, you're going to love this, Steve Tower. When the opening roll is tied, we go get a random event out of the Face to the Match Simulation Board Game Guide. And we are going to go to the hardcore match chart. Since this is a grudge match, we are going to go to the hardcore match chart. And because that roll was odd, we're going to go with Terry Gordy as the subject of the chart. The roll is 2-6. Is Terry Gordy quick? Terry Gordy is not quick. So the result will be a reversal. The opponent has option of exchanging point totals with the wrestler. So that doesn't work out very well in terms of the Filsinger rule set. But we will give the quickness advantage to the Crusher, since Gordy is not a quick wrestler. And we'll give the Crusher the opening move of the match. And Crusher will go with forearm smashes. Gordy is going to fire right back with a headbutt. Crusher staggers back and Gordy follows up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Coming off the turnbuckle, it is a big kick from Gordy that takes Crusher down to the mat. And now Gordy hits him with a double knee smash. Crusher gets to his feet and catches Gordy coming in with a kick to the stomach. But Gordy fires right back and nails the Crusher with a lariat. And immediately Crusher leaves the ring. Out of the ring we go. And the Crusher is going to roll a 9, which requires him to roll back into the ring as Gordy comes out of the ring, nails the Crusher with a stiff right hand. And it is Gordy who is the first one back into the ring. And Gordy goes to the power bomb. Right off the top, the power bomb. He goes for the cover. Count of 1. Count of 2. Oh my goodness, will we see the pinfall? No. Crusher just kicked out of that pin attempt. Surprising by Terry Gordy that he went for the pin that early. And now it is going to be a stomp to the face. Gordy just stomping on the face of the Crusher. Crusher doesn't like that very much. And Crusher is going to fire back. And he is going to go to the bear hug. We saw this work earlier from Jesse the Body Ventura. Now it's the Crusher bear hug. Gordy is going to go out of the ring, and we're going to have a brawl at ringside. What's going to happen here? Gordy wins the brawl on a roll of 6. Both these men are superb brawlers. And it is going to be Gordy with another stomp to the face. This time he nails that, but Crusher fires right back, and Crusher is going to go to the blatant chokehold. It is the blatant chokehold now. Crusher with a whip to the ropes. Gordy bounces off. Crusher goes down to the canvas. Comes back down the other way. Gordy off the far ropes, and this time it is a shoulder tackle from the Crusher that takes Gordy down to the canvas. Crusher now with a stomp to the body. Gordy up to one knee. Crusher with another bear hug, and Gordy goes out of the ring again. And this time we are going to see some shenanigans at ringside. What is going to happen now? On a roll of 7, we are going to see Ringside Mayhem. We go to the Ringside Mayhem table. This is a custom table that I put together for grudge matches and other matches where things get wild out at ringside. And on a roll of 12, it is going to be the Wild Brawl. Both wrestlers will roll the gut check. And this will cost a point of fatigue to the loser of the gut check roll. The gut check roll is a 12-sided die, subtracts the cage rating, and subtracts points of fatigue. So for Gordy, he rolls a 6, minus 3 for the cage rating, so his gut check roll is a 3. Crusher's roll is a 9, minus 1 for his cage rating, minus 1 for his fatigue point, and that is a 7. So Crusher wins the Wild Brawl at ringside, and that costs Terry Gordy a point of fatigue. Crusher now back in control. And it's going to be out of the ring. Here we go again. And it's back to the Ringside Mayhem chart. What's going to happen now? On a roll of 8, it's going to be the foreign object table. What's going to happen at ringside? It's the ring bell. They've picked up the ring bell now, and they're fighting over the ring bell. This time the gut check is won once again by the Crusher, and Crusher nails Terry Gordy with the ring bell. Oh my goodness. Gordy has been staggered. He's been hit by the ring bell now. And we're going to go for another Ringside Mayhem opportunity. This time we're going to go to the tables chart. They're setting up a table at ringside. The table has now been slid into the ring. Crusher slides the table into the ring and sets up the table inside the ring. And Crusher again wins the gut check roll, which means that he picks up Terry Gordy and slams him through the table in the ring. Oh my goodness, Gordy has been nailed and he is busted open now. Gordy suffered a cut to the back of his head when he went through the table at ringside. Crusher now in control, and he goes to the stomach claw. That is one of his finishers, or one of his submission moves, and Gordy is forced to give it up. Oh my goodness, I don't believe it. Terry Gordy has to give up to the stomach claw as he was put through a table, cut open the back of his head, and Gordy is just passed out, I think, from the head injury, more so than the stomach claw. But Gordy was unable to respond to the call of the referee, and Crusher is your winner. How about that? Gordy knocked out by going through a table, and Crusher gets the victory. He had the stomach claw in place, but I think it was the head wound from going through the table that was really the finishing blow here for Terry Gordy, as the Crusher has proven himself to be the better man here tonight in Austin, Texas. And there are no tears being shed for Terry Gordy here in Texas. He is one of the most hated guys around, and fans are appreciative of the efforts of the Crusher. And we'll see the Crusher next week as he and his partner Dick the Bruiser battle the Steiner brothers for the NWA World Tag Team Championship at Dawn of Destiny 2020. All right, so that match didn't go near as long as the tag team match did, but that was quite a finish, as the Crusher puts Terry Gordy through the table and pretty much knocked him out, and that ended the contest. And now we are ready for our main event, and Thomas Morgan is here. Thank you, Thomas, for coming to check things out. And Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike, didn't want to start until Dave was finished. Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Mike. I appreciate it. What are you getting started with? The JCP show, Jim Crockett Productions. Oh, okay. Mike, are you using that new that simulation game that you got from the Sports Sim magazine? If that's the one, I watched about a half an hour of that. That first introductory video that you did, and so yeah, if you're going to come on with that, that's about 40 minutes from now. It looks like. Yeah, I'll have to tune in and check that out. And Rob, Mr. Excitement, is in the chat room, and Salvador America. We've got all the cool people are here tonight. So thank you all for coming out for tonight's main event, and this will be for the Southland Heavyweight Champion. Your champion is Vader. Big Van Vader, and he will be facing off against the Junkyard Dog. These are again a couple of the Werner Muke bootleg cards, but very nice cards. I'm very blessed to be part of the group that has access to these. And it is the Junkyard Dog challenging Big Van Vader for the Southland Heavyweight Championship. And as Gordon Soley would say, Big Van Vader is all man and a yard wide. Both these two men now deceased, but happy memories of watching both these two in action in my early days as a wrestling fan. And it is Big Van Vader in control as we get things started. And Vader is going to try and back Junkyard Dog into the corner and fire those hard meat hooks into the gut of the Junkyard Dog. Is he going to be able to do that? He needs a roll of 10 or lower to accomplish that, and he gets those punches in. But Junkyard Dog fires right back on the reversal and whips Vader across the ring to the opposite turnbuckle. Vader bounces off the turnbuckle And on a roll of 7, he grabs the arm of the Junkyard Dog and sends Junkyard Dog into the far turnbuckle. And this time it is the dog who comes off the turnbuckle and catches Vader with a knee to the gut. Junkyard Dog in control after that knee to the gut. He's going to go for the hip toss, but Vader is the stronger of the two men. And Vader resists that attempt, and Vader hits the avalanche. Vader just threw Junkyard Dog down to the canvas and jumped on top of him full force with that avalanche, and Junkyard Dog is staggered. Vader now whipped to the turnbuckle again. And Junkyard Dog this time gets out of the way, and Vader catches his shoulder on the steel ring post and tumbles down to the arena floor. Will we see a count out here as Vader looks to be injured? He is clutching that shoulder. Junkyard Dog comes out of the ring and begins stomping on the shoulder of Big Van Vader. This is a no disqualification matchup. All Southland Heavyweight Championship matches are no disqualification. So Junkyard Dog is going to have to roll Vader back into the ring and take control. And he is going to try for the headbutt. He tries for the falling headbutt. This is going to take an agility roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 6, he hits the falling headbutt. And he's going to go for the quick cover. Vader kicks right out of that. But Junkyard Dog has already taken control. And we have our first fatigue point match. Junkyard Dog now with another attempt at the falling headbutt. And this time Vader dodges that. And it is Vader in control. Vader with another whip to the turnbuckle. Junkyard Dog comes off the turnbuckle, and this time it is a skull-splitting, crushing lariat from the dog as he bounced off the turnbuckle and nailed Vader. Down goes Vader. Junkyard Dog with a football tackle. Vader gets up to one knee. Whip to the ropes. Vader comes off the ropes, and this time it is Vader who hits the flying shoulder tackle that takes Junkyard Dog down to the canvas. Vader with the elbow drop to the leg. Vader follows up with a second elbow drop to the leg. Junkyard Dog is down. Vader working on the legs. He goes for a sit-down splash on the leg of the dog. Dog gets to his feet. Vader still in control. Short arm clothesline, and he nailed that one. And Dog is back down to the canvas. Another elbow drop to the leg. Vader working that lower extremity, and now another avalanche. And down goes Junkyard Dog hard. Dog rolls out of the ring. And it is a brawl at ringside. Both these men are A-rated. Actually, no. Vader has the A rating. Junkyard Dog is rated B outside of the ring. So the best man wins this one, and that is Vader. And now it is going to be a death jump from Vader. Vader, a big man coming off that top turnbuckle. Oh, but on a roll of 5... that's not good for Vader. As Dog catches Vader and throws him down to the canvas before Vader could execute that jump off the top rope. Out of the ring we go once again. Actually, Junkyard Dog is going to prevent that, and he is going to whip Vader into the ropes instead. Vader tried to get out of the ring. Junkyard Dog with a whip to the ropes. But oh, it is Vader coming off the ropes. And Junkyard Dog sets himself too soon, and Vader clubs him with a big elbow smash across the back of the head. Vader in control now. He's going to go up for the moonsault, and he nails it. He nails that moonsault. Junkyard Dog is still down. Here's another moonsault. Junkyard Dog up to one knee, and Vader hits him again with the elbow drop to the leg. Followed up with a hard body slam down to the canvas. Sit down splash from Vader. Junkyard Dog is dazed. Rob at ringside is announcing all the moves of Chris Jericho. The man of 1,002 moves. Very well played, Rob. What's Vader going to do now? A body slam. And this time Junkyard Dog gets to his feet and fires back, attempting a hip toss. Vader has the power advantage, so the hip toss doesn't work. And Vader drops the elbow down on Junkyard Dog on the canvas. Now a torture rack suplex from Vader. That over-the-shoulder torture rack into a suplex. Dog is hurt. Vader with another sit-down splash. Dog is still hurt. Vader can't get him to stay down. Another torture rack suplex, and Dog still manages to get slowly to his feet. Vader with a double forearm clap across the sides of the head. And Junkyard Dog didn't like that. He's going to try for a body slam. Can he get the big man up? He is going to need a roll of 9 or lower. And he gets him up and down. He didn't get all of it. But Junkyard Dog is going to do a little boxing now. Hit some jabs as Vader tries to get to his feet. Dog tries another hip toss. Vader too strong for that. And Vader instead whips the Junkyard Dog into the turnbuckle. JYD coming off the turnbuckle. Oh! Vader tries a running clothesline. Misses. Slams into the turnbuckle. Junkyard Dog with a roll-up. Count of 1. And oh, Vader kicks out. As Junkyard Dog rolled him up. Junkyard Dog first to his feet. And he is going to whip Vader back to the ropes. Vader comes off the ropes. Junkyard Dog drops down. Vader comes off the opposite ropes. And the Junkyard Dog hits a running back elbow that knocks Vader off his feet. Dog whips Vader to the turnbuckle. Vader comes off the turnbuckle, and this time it is a knee to the head from Vader. That staggers the Junkyard Dog. Vader with another avalanche, dropping his full body weight across the lower extremities of the dog. Vader with another sit-down splash. And another whip to the turnbuckle. Coming off the turnbuckle this time, Vader misses again. Here's another roll-up. Count of 1. And Vader just got out of that one. Vader is showing some frustration now. He is not able to keep the Junkyard Dog down. And it is Dog who is going to try for the falling headbutt. Falling headbutt attempt. But on a roll of 4, he missed it. He missed the falling headbutt. And he has been stunned. This time it is Vader who tries the roll-up. After the missed falling headbutt. Count of 1. Count of 2. Oh, and Junkyard Dog just got out of that one. Both men are tired and both men are miscalculating their moves. Vader now is in control. Vader with another moonsault. He does some damage there. Another elbow drop to the leg. Junkyard Dog to his feet. Cannot get him over with a hip toss. Vader fires back with another takedown, another elbow drop to the leg, and another avalanche. Around and around we go. The torture rack suplex from Vader. This time he goes for the cover. Count of 1. And oh, Junkyard Dog kicks out of that one. Vader, the stronger man in the match, and his strength is making advantage. Here is a big splash from Vader. Junkyard Dog goes down and stays down. He just got dropped on 452 pounds. Here's another big splash. Junkyard Dog is hurt. Vader back to the top rope for another attempt at a death jump. This hasn't been a good idea for Vader so far. And once again on a roll of 4, Junkyard Dog is first to his feet. And he throws Vader down to the canvas. Junkyard Dog pitches Vader out of the ring. And we're going to have another ringside brawl. And it is Vader who takes control. Vader wins the brawl at ringside. Vader is going to continue the action out of the ring. And again, we go to the shenanigans chart. Ringside mayhem here in Austin for the second consecutive match. What is Vader going to do here at ringside? We go back to the foreign object chart. And it is now the announcer's table. Vader is going to try and pick up the announcer's table. He's clearing the monitors off the table. What's going to happen now? We go to the gut check roll. And the gut check roll is, let's see, 0 against 0. The gut checks rolls are tied. Both wrestlers have weapons now. Vader's got a chair. Junkyard Dog has a chair. They are going at it. And both men have taken plenty of damage here. As they are just wailing on each other with steel chairs without regard for human life. Junkyard Dog gets the better of that situation. The referee finally gets things back into the ring. Junkyard Dog with a headbutt. Vader fires back, tries for the short arm clothesline, and he got him. He nailed the short arm clothesline. Junkyard Dog fires back. Both men are down, and the Junkyard Dog is hitting those crawling headbutts. And Vader once again takes the powder out of the ring. Vader now drags Junkyard Dog out of the ring and slams Junkyard Dog down onto the arena floor. Vader in control. Another move outside the ring. What's going to happen now? Vader with those hard lefts and rights at ringside, weakening the Junkyard Dog. Back in the ring, it's going to be a big splash from Vader. Vader follows up with another work of the leg with that elbow drop. Another elbow drop to the leg. Both men are fatigued. Vader with a big body slam. Junkyard Dog slow to get to his feet. Vader just shoves him into the corner. Vader now hits another short arm clothesline as Junkyard Dog comes out of the corner. And Vader follows that up with another mean, stiff double forearm clap across the ears. Junkyard Dog doesn't like that. And oh, he scores with a headbutt. Headbutt from the Junkyard Dog. Vader is now stunned, and I can't keep track of the dice anymore. Vader with those, Junkyard Dog with those crawling headbutts. Whip to the turnbuckle by Junkyard Dog. Vader comes off the turnbuckle and is nailed by the Junkyard Dog with a big running kick. Dog now with the atomic drop. Vader careens across the ring into the corner. More crawling headbutts from the Junkyard Dog. Vader won't stay down. More crawling headbutts. This time, Junkyard Dog goes for the cover. Will the crawling headbutts be enough to finish the job? No, Vader kicks out of that. But he is in big trouble now with the Southland Heavyweight Championship at stake. Junkyard Dog now with a football tackle. Vader to his feet. Junkyard Dog tries the hip toss. That's not going to work. Vader responds with a whip to the turnbuckle. Here's a big kick from Vader that takes Junkyard Dog down. The double forearm clap again. Junkyard Dog is disoriented, staggering around the ring. Vader with a whip to the turnbuckle. And this time it is Vader with a big kick coming off the turnbuckle. Another whip to the turnbuckle. And this time it is an incredible neck-breaking clothesline from Vader that takes Junkyard Dog down, and he stays down. Vader's going to go for the Vader bomb. He comes off the middle turnbuckle. He tries for the cover, and on a count of 6, he gets the pinfall. Oh my goodness, what a match we just witnessed between Big Van Vader and the Junkyard Dog. But in the end of the night, it was the big Vader bomb from Vader that proved to be the decisive factor. Vader, the stronger of the two men in that match, and the more the match went on, the more it worked to Vader's advantage. So a very stiff challenge from the Junkyard Dog, but Big Van Vader is your winner of tonight's main event. Congratulations to the big man, who is still your Southland Heavyweight Champion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight and for your support for the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. If time permits, tomorrow I'm going to try and get on with some History Maker Baseball. If not, I will definitely be on the channel Monday with my weekly podcast, My Journey with Jesus. So if we're doing some baseball tomorrow, we'll be happy to have you join us. If not, we'll chat on Monday, and on Wednesday night it will be the Dawn of Destiny 2020 preview show on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. All right, thank you to everybody who came out tonight. Thomas Morgan, Rob exclamation point, Steve Tower, the icon. Utah Mike was here. Check out his wrestling show here in about 25 minutes. Salvatore America stopped in. Thank you for coming in. Captain Carl was here. Lots of great people in the chat room here tonight. Thank you all for coming out for tonight's special broadcast of Pro Wrestling Mid-America on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you all for coming out, fans. That's our stream, and I am out of here.